doesn't flinch. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Jags are overrated. I have no idea how the Jaguars are winning. Doesn't really matter anyway. Jaguars will lose in the first round of the NFL playoffs. Oh, yeah. That's what I heard today. Doing my daily prep, surfing the net. Frank Schwab of Yahoo, who I generally like. I think he's pretty good at what he does. Just blasted Jacksonville today with those words. And what concerns me is this. Is it true? Is it untrue? Is it somewhere in the middle? Or is this exactly what I've always complained about? The Jacksonville Jaguars are an inconvenience to the national media. They are. They are a problem to the national media. And you know what? We went on and on and on. I told you, and some of you actually have gone forward with this, and you get to me every once in a while, which I do appreciate. But I told you after the Travis Hunter trade and draft, embrace this role. No one likes you, okay? You're a mistake. And a lot of these members of the national media go back to when you had the debacle here at the Super Bowl. Again, it's comparable to the days when I covered the Southeastern Conference, and you knew you had to go cover Mississippi State. It sucked. I don't want to cover Mississippi State. I want to cover Georgia and Auburn and Tennessee and Bama and Florida and LSU. I'm talking about old school SEC. I don't want to cover Mississippi State. This is the way most in the national media treat the Jaguars. So don't try to defend it. Embrace it. Play the role. You're Darth Vader. You're the New York Yankees. You're the evil empire. And Liam Cohen went all in on this after the game on Sunday. I was actually surprised that after winning 4 in a row, 5 out of 6, the only blemish was that huge 19-point lead, which they surrendered and then lost to Houston. Oh, by the way, in that game, they put up 29 points against Houston. Houston, far and away the best defense in the NFL. You saw it again the other night. I mean, they are that good on the defensive side. But even Liam Cohen came out and said it. Liam Cohen's been here for what, 10 months? And he recognizes it. He recognizes it, I'm sure, from being in Tampa a year ago, being in Los Angeles, in and out of Kentucky, going back and forth with the Rams and the Wildcats. But it's fine. It is. The only way you're going to prove them wrong and the only way they're finally going to hop on board and honestly take notice is you have to win meaningful football games. You have to win in the month of January. And you're bothered by this. Some of you are. You're taking it personally. I don't know why you would. Again, it's if you were to rank the 32 teams in the NFL outside of colossal yearly mistakes like Cleveland, like, I guess now Las Vegas, it's Jacksonville, okay? They don't know how good it is here. And that's the way that they do react. They're lazy, they're fat, and when they're told an assignment is on the Jacksonville Jaguars, they do not like it. And you know what? I totally get it. Because I just gave you the Mississippi State deal. I felt the same way when I go to the ACC meetings every year and I have to cover Duke. who, by the way, just won the Atlantic Coast Conference Championship with a coach that Miami fired. So let's get this straight. In the world of college football, Duke wins the ACC before Miami ever has? I mean, as soon as Miami entered the league, we were told we were going to get a rematch every single year between Miami and Florida State. We didn't get it once. It's unbelievable. Okay. I want to begin with that because I wanted to fire you up a little bit. You should be enjoying your Tuesday. You should be listening more to the people who cover this team routinely, where it is their job. They're in the know. Sure, there's a few good members of the national media, but just take that into consideration when you're doing your part, when you're listening to these shows. I got people all the time that are like, Ballou, can you believe Nick Saban told Lane Kiffin to go to LSU? How does a journalist do that? Man, journalism's broken. Journalism's gone. ESPN doesn't provide any journalism. ESPN is a propaganda-making machine, and they heavily influence everything, including the college football playoff. And we're going to talk about that a little bit here tonight on the program. I'm pretty fired up about the 12-team playoff. I think it's, for the most part, wide open. I've said time and again that if you're not a true blue blood, you're not a previous national champion, you're not going to win this tournament. Others out there would like to argue. Can you make a point for Texas Tech? Can you make a point for Texas A&M? Can you make a case for Indiana? Can you make a case for Oregon? Or when it's all said and done, is it going to be same old, same old, same old? With that, I'm talking about Georgia and Ohio State. We'll see. We'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. For what it's worth, Pete Bavacqua is going crazy at Notre Dame, okay? They've been left at the altar. And do I feel bad for the Irish? No. They're incredibly obnoxious. There's a slice of arrogance, and then actually there's a large dosage of arrogance and a little bit of a slice of ignorance, okay? Their refusal to join a conference has affected them. Jim Phillips went full out, complete steam on how they've never done anything to try to keep Notre Dame out. And I don't believe anything that comes from the mouth of Jim Phillips. As a matter of fact, he's been more outspoken about this than he actually was about Florida State a couple of years ago when he did absolutely nothing to help them. And I get it. He was bothered. Okay, Florida State's Board of Trustees came out. They said what they said. They tore down the Atlantic Coast Conference. They said they're too good for the Atlantic Coast Conference. Of course, karma always is going to rear its ugly head. As we know, Florida State hasn't won an ACC game on the road in 2 years. Hell, they haven't won in general in 2 years. But what I think is really intriguing about this is Notre Dame asking out of the bowl. Notre Dame completely saying, that's it. We didn't get our way. We are going to leave. We're not going to play in a bowl. In old school America, it's going to drive people absolutely insane. But let me remind you, old school's dead. Old school is 6 feet under. I actually like what Notre Dame has done. And I wish Florida State did the same thing 2 years ago. I wish they quit. It's the way that kids are today. It's our fault. It's people my age's fault. Why? We quit. We quit on marriage. Half of us end up in divorce. The kids see all this. They go from one job to another. They're stocking shelves. They're, in an entry position. And all of a sudden, their boss says something they don't like. They come home, mommy, I don't want to work there anymore. Daddy, I don't want to work there anymore. For my university, my alma mater, it's another example of them having absolutely zero idea about what is actually going on at the university. They had 28 guys say, we're not going to play. They should have taken their ball and gone home. Ballou, they needed the money. Oh, okay. Of course they needed the money. And that's what people are saying is the difference between Florida State and Notre Dame. It's totally different, okay? And Florida State really blew it here. They had an opportunity to make a statement and say, watch this. We're going to do what college football does. We're going to do what college athletics does. And that is, if you don't like what's going on, and if you're unable to compete in your second or your third string, transfer to another school. And that is what we have allowed. We've allowed it with our daughters, our sons. It's the way, it's the life that we in fact do live in. So who would have ever have thought that just getting up and quitting would actually be the way to do business? That's in fact where we are. As sad as it is, that's exactly where we are. So I actually like what Notre Dame has done here. They said, we should be in, we're not in, watch this, fine us, we don't care. We're not even going to, take advantage of those 15 extra practices. We're going to flat out quit. It's totally different from what you believe and what I believe, but it's happening today, and it's everywhere. I mean, just ask yourself where you work. Ask yourself what it is that you do. Look at the people who come and go. People don't sound it out anymore. People don't take that extra or put in the extra effort anymore to try to accomplish something and get ahead when the other option is just pack up and leave. So I did. I really do. Looking back on it now, I am asked all the time, do you really think that 63-3 destroyed the Florida State program? And forever I was like, no. They're just an awfully coached team. Mike Norvell sucks. And they're an even worse administration, okay? How did Mike Alford not see this? How did Mike Norvell not see this? 28 players said, we're out of here. How much leadership, how much control do you have over your product when that actually does take place? And we don't expect Mike Alford to ask any questions. Hell, he didn't even get into it with Norvell, who showed up with a black eye. Can you imagine that? The guy showed up with a black eye. Not one member of the media over there asked about it. Mike Alford buried it just as well. So it's where we are. And is it cowardly? Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. But being a coward is in. And this is a perfect example of that. The back and forth between Jim Phillips, the Atlantic Coast Conference Commissioner, and Pete Bavacqua, the AD at Notre Dame, I think is absolutely off the chart. And I love it. Anything Jim Phillips says, to me, is not believable. Look at what Greg Sankey did. Look at how he sticks his neck out for his conference, for everything that is the SEC and college football. If Greg Sankey had his way, he'd have 8 or 9 teams in from the SEC. Jim Phillips got 1, all right? And he doesn't care. He cares about gender equity, which is fine. Congratulations to Florida State. They won their 5th women's national championship in soccer last night. They knocked off Stanford, which I know had to piss off Jim Phillips because he's been a big-time fan of Stanford, who's, of course, has had a very lengthy stay in the ACC. Pete Bavacqua, tough shoes to fill after Jack Swarbrick at Notre Dame, and all of a sudden it's under his watch. Look at the responsibility he took. So let me ask you this. What did Mike Alford say when Florida State was left at the altar? Do you remember? What did the president at Florida State University say when they were left at the altar? Do you remember? What did Jim Phillips, besides that pitiful 4 sentences that said that Florida State should have been, what did he do when they were snubbed? Do you remember? No. The 3 of them did nothing. They just sat back and took it, okay? That's a bad organization. That's a bad franchise. That's a bad university. You saw one who took it, took the punch, and they've never recovered. You saw Notre Dame, who hasn't been relevant since 1988. They haven't won a title since 1988. Say, watch this. Screw you, college football. We're going home. And I admire them for it. I just wish my university used their brains. All right. Or brain, excuse me. I'm a Florida State graduate. If I can't figure out singular to plural, you could find me in the kangaroo court. All right. One thing I do have is good eyes. I could see stuff. And I don't like what I'm seeing in a lot of these situations. I hate what I'm seeing down the road in Tallahassee. I like what I'm seeing here, however, in Duval. If you haven't had your eyes checked in quite some time, let me tell you something. Get yourself an examination today with Shmunez Vision. Go in there, ask questions like, are you a candidate for laser eye surgery? If so, 2020 for the rest of your life. You'd never have to deal with readers. You would never have to deal with contacts. It's very affordable, especially if insurance that you have kicks in. And you're talking about Dr. Neo Shmunez, Catherine Shmunez, John Hunt, 3 doctors right there with more than 37 years worth of experience. Go online, check them out, Shmunez Vision. As well, you can go to Instagram, get all of the testimonials at Shmunez Vision as well. All right, a ton on college football coming up tonight. When I come back, however, I want to begin with the Jaguars. I got a couple of questions that I feel good about, but I want to ask you. And I want to get your feedback. Again, I put a lot of thought into this Jaguars-wise. And again, I really do. I mean, I don't expect you to show up with, black capes on or whatever it is, but I would just love that out of you as a fan base. To embrace, I don't want to use the word hate, embrace the dislike, embrace the inconvenience that Jacksonville is. And don't try to explain your way out of it. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. That is what you should do as Jaguars fans.
Speed.
45-50.
Talent.
How high can you leap?
Opportunity.
Just when they needed it most.
Listen for the Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game. Experience the universal difference on 1010XL.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyoublow.com.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with the back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Learn everything you need to know about the Jaguars on Duval Rundown. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Join me each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9:04. You can find Duval Rundown on all the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
This holiday season, Universal Roof and Contracting is making it easy to check roof repairs off your list. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through December 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
The 12 Days of Christmas is back and better than ever at Best Bet. From December 12th to the 23rd, Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine are lighting up the tables with our much-anticipated High Hands promotion, giving away over $250,000 in cash. The excitement continues to grow each day, starting at $1,200 and climbing up to $2,300 every hour. See all the exciting details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Are you searching for a career in the HVAC industry? Florida Home AC is looking for an A-team, full-time positions for qualified individuals to train for HVAC service technicians, install mechanics, and sales consultants. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and click on careers to find out more. We're talking great compensation, a 5-day work week, no downtime in the off-season, and a company-provided vehicle. Check it all out at FloridaHomeAC.com/career. That's FloridaHomeAC.com/career. Equal opportunity employer.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,800 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design get us organized for the holidays. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and so much more, Closets by Design will design a custom storage solution for all of your spaces. Nothing says happy holidays like a home that is peaceful and clutter-free. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before year-end and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Put some respect on this. Screw that. Let them talk crap about you. Let's have a little bit of fun with this as well, right? Let's come up with analogies. You can get us 641-1010 text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. Let's welcome the crazies watching tonight. They're already boozing on YouTube. You can join them. Go to YouTube, 1010XL Into the Night. Covering the Jacksonville Jaguars is like, how about a weekend with your mother-in-law? How does that sound? How about a non-alcoholic beer? How about sitting at a restaurant next to a group of loud yuppies?
That's the worst.
That is absolutely the worst. God, why did God create yuppies? What do you got for us, Dylan? Give me an analogy. What is, for the national media, because we're such a damn inconvenience, what does it mean to cover the Jacksonville Jaguars? Give us an analogy.
I would say something along the lines of, when you're hanging out in a friend group and there's just some people in that friend group that you don't care about, but you want to hang out with those people in that friend group. You got to talk about the NFL, and now you got to bring in the Jags.
All right, but I'm looking for an analogy.
Yeah.
You don't got one.
No, not right now.
You're a Florida grad. You're a smart guy. I would think, bam, you'd have one for us. Let's play Liam Cohen first on this, and then we'll give you 45 seconds or so to think about it, and we'll get your answer. Right now, though, this is what Liam Cohen said after the game on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't think it helps. I've heard the rat poison before. Everybody loves you when you're doing it well, and then, you're always going to find something. That's the competitive advantage that you have. Every player has to get themselves into a place, right? You always hear the stories about Jordan and how he would create things to get himself into a place to go compete. So our guys just keep finding ways to get a little bit pissed off and go play their tails off and execute, though, at a higher level. And I think that's the thing that we're starting to see a little bit better since the Chargers game is, playing with an edge, but also going out and executing the plan at a higher level.
All right, that was a little bit of it. Not as much on the lack of respect, but he did say that, and I was surprised that he went down that road, considering Jacksonville's won 5 out of 6. A lot of times you get that consistently when, in fact, you are losing. But on the flip side, he's a very transparent coach. I think this organization has been ridiculously honest to the point where they actually tell us some things that others would not. And it's very refreshing. Okay. And again, that message gets sent to you. That's what it's all about, is putting out there what fans want to hear, whether it is good or it is bad. But I mean, this is a coach who's 9-4. This is a coach who's 5 days away from being 10-4. And to come out and talk about the lack of respect and the fact that he is aware of that. I mean, how many times do you hear coaches and players say two things? They don't know what the media is saying. They don't listen to negativity, and they have no idea what the line is as far as the spread and or total. And, you know, that's always, you hear it and you want to believe them because they're saying it, but come on. Everyone out there absolutely is aware, no question about it. All right, tonight's show is brought to you by the good folks over Alexander Law Practice. Speaking of no respect, you may be up against it. All right, you may be injured because of a personal injury that happened during a car accident. Your car could be totaled. You could be injured. You could be out of work, etc. All right, here's what you need to do. You need to go to Alexander Law Practice online or call them at 400-6600. They're going to immediately call you back, and then you start telling them about what happened. They're going to design for you a very personalized case. And things such as, my car is totaled and I can't afford to get it fixed. You may have a rental car by tomorrow. Everything that you do, okay, you don't come out of your pocket. These things get taken care of by the Alexander Law Practice, and then obviously you'll settle at the very end, and that's the way that they do work. Rick Alexander, for what it's worth, and to me it's worth everything, he's involved in every single one of his cases. Not talking about a huge firm where you come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. No, he's personally involved in each and every one of his cases. So 400-6600 is the number. You can also check him out online. Go to alexanderlawpractice.com. Jags don't get that flex game. It's going to be Pats in Baltimore. Instead of first place Denver, first place Jacksonville. That's because of Jacksonville. That's not because of Denver. And again, it's the last time I'm going to say it tonight. Actually, that's a lie. It's the last time I'm going to make the point tonight. The only other time I'm going to bring it up is when I read some of these analogies. But don't try to fight it, okay? Deal with it, but have fun with it. Take it and have a good time with it. I mean, relish in this bad boy. You're a heel, okay? You're a wrestling heel who's no longer a jobber, okay? You're winning games. The gate is paying to watch you play. The media doesn't like it. And they don't like it because you've done things that are unethical. You have done things that are illegal. They don't like it because you're being asked now to do more. And instead, they want it to be all about the recognizable, historically speaking teams that have been around forever. And to them, Jacksonville does not move the needle. Tough. Have them deal with it. But if I were you, I would absolutely have a blast with it. 0832, here's my analogy. Covering the Jaguars like wanting a nice juicy steak and potatoes, but being on a diet so have to eat a Caesar salad. All right. 1117, Ballou, having to go to a baby shower with your wife or girlfriend. Yeah, men should not be invited to baby showers. Am I going to get canceled for saying that?
Absolutely not, because everyone agrees with that.
I've never been to a baby shower in my life. Okay? You know what men should do during the baby shower?
Go drink, golf.
Play golf.
Yeah.
That's what men should do. Definition of insanity. I don't know what that is. 4671 says, Ballou, covering the Jaguars is like dating a Florida Gator. All right.
You think that's a Knowles fan or a Dogs fan?
Yeah, but you know what? We'll see if they'll respond. 46-71, where's your allegiance? 52-62, let's be heels. Exactly. I love it. There you go. Yeah. And, I mean, how cool is that? And wouldn't it be great to be Duke? I hate to say this. I can't believe I'm going to actually say this. Okay? Actually, screw that. I'm not going to say it. But wouldn't it be great to be a Cowboy? A Dallas Cowboy hasn't won anything in what, 25 years?
No,
okay?
more than that.
I mean,
because I'm 27 years old, and they won a Super Bowl 2 years before I was born.
Notre Dame, Duke, the Dallas Cowboys, that team that plays with 9 guys on the field in the middle of Gotham, called the Evil Empire. I mean, how cool would that be? To have everyone else be so envious of you that they dislike you. And, you know, it's not like you've done anything wrong either. Look at why these other teams have been totally hated. Duke has that reputation of only bringing in the certain type of basketball player. The New York Yankees and their payroll, they overspent year after year after year, and they had George Steinbrenner there. The Cowboys, I don't have long enough show to explain why people did not like them. Notre Dame football, okay? Everyone used to go to everyone wanted to go to Notre Dame. Who the hell would want to go to Notre Dame today? When you can play when you can play football down here where it's 85, 90, 95 degrees. Look at today. It was perfect. What was it, 80 today? 80, 82, 83, sun
today?
all day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, everything's beautiful when the Jaguars win. If you've ever been to South Bend, Indiana, it's probably 10 degrees right now, and it got dark at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Who the hell wants to go to school there?
Not to mention the snow right now.
Yeah.
Terrible.
0000 says... it's like hooking up with an ugly girl with a great body. All right, here we go. 0916. Ballou, it's like covering the Jaguars like covering a wrestling match at a nursing home. 9067. Ballou, being a Jaguars fan is like dating the wrong Siamese twin. All right. 4671. Oh, it's an old fan.
Yeah.
Getting back to us here on that. 5262, we're on the verge of solidifying our identities. Go back and borrow the phrase from anybody. All right, I'll give you that. 1912, I wrote this. Like being, I don't know what that means.
The designated driver.
Oh, okay.
On New Year's Eve.
Dating a designated driver, though, is a very, very good thing. I can tell you that from experience. All right. Great stuff. More on this coming up. I told you I have a Jaguars question. I promise I'm going to come out with that here on the other side. I'm actually crossing a line. I've said forever that you can say what you want about the team and the coaches, the players. It's never going to bother me. Usually I flex when people make fun of two things: the city and the fans. To this day, I can't stand Jason Kelsey, who's freaking everywhere. Okay? He had no right to bring up the Jaguar fans when he made that comment a few years ago. Okay? You go back to Woody Page and all that stuff. I told you, Woody Page this is a true story at the Super Bowl. When I signed the ball, when he wasn't looking, he had like Joe Namath there. He had like Jim Brown. He had like Mean Joe Green. He had
all
like
the
Joe
legends.
Montana. I put Rick Ballou on.
That's funny.
Well, someday he'll recognize it. But this one touched my nerve today. Usually it's like, fine, say what you want about the team. I can handle it. I'm going to defend the fans and I'm going to defend the city. But when it comes to the team, it's like, have at it, and take it any way that you want. But listening today on Yahoo, for him to say, how are the Jaguars winning? Houston is better. It doesn't matter if they keep winning because whoever comes to Jacksonville to play in the first-round playoff game is going to beat them. How do the Jaguars win? It's an example of a guy, and it's Frank Schwab in the national media, who very rarely watches this football team. He watches highlight packages. He may take a look at the box score. He's not fully invested, and I get it. He covers the league. He doesn't cover the Jaguars. He covers the league. But I'm just so tired of how there's only 32 teams. And when one is relevant like this that they don't like, they say things like this. So anyway, I am a hypocrite, and I'll admit to it. Are you still a hypocrite if you admit to it? I think you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you are. So this is kind of a first for me. Going after, actually the individual involved with calling out the team. I usually reserve that once again for only the city and the fans. But today it got me. I cannot tell a lie. Ballou here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Ah, family's here. Ready for a perfect holiday?
Honey, the toilet's overflowing.
What? Now? With everyone here?
The sink's backed up too. Cool, it's like a water park in here.
Great! Best holiday ever.
Don't panic. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. They'll fix it before we're swimming in mashed potatoes.
Got a holiday plumbing disaster? Call Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
What Baltimore Orioles player received a 22-minute standing ovation?
For over 20 years, Southern Oak Insurance has given Floridians a better alternative to their current homeowners policy.
See what you can get with Southern Oak. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Cal Ripken holds the record of playing 2,632 consecutive games. On his final game, the Oriole great received a 22-minute standing ovation.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Come out and have some cocktails with us tomorrow night, 6 to 8 at Twin Peaks. It's always a lot of fun out there. Ice cold beers, good food, good time. So that'll be tomorrow night. Our final one, 6 to 8. We did one September, October, November, mid-December. We'll do that tomorrow on December 10th. Sally Jesse Raphael says on YouTube at 1010XL Into the Night, covering the Jaguars is like hooking up with a butterface. That's just awful. I got to laugh. All right. So we're going to do this at 7:20 during that segment. We're going to pick the best analogy of covering the Jaguars as far as the national media is concerned. What's the prize going to be, Dylan?
A pair of tickets to the Jags-Jets game this weekend.
Wow. We're under a lot of pressure. You and I both have to agree here. We're going to read them. I think timing may come into play here because we're getting so many. So strategize that. Send that around 7:15, 7:20. You can send it now, but we may not get to it because the text line is up and it's hot and it's burning. And I just want to remind you of that. 641-1010. That is the text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. All right, the Jaguars have been, for the most part, doing everything well as of late. The exception being penalties. They're the most penalized team in the NFL. But, yeah, I was thinking about it today after being so cordial yesterday, after being so optimistic yesterday, so positive yesterday. I had one individual said, "What the hell's going on with you, Boo? I like it when you're pissed. I don't like it when you're too happy." Okay. A few people remind me of Florida State today, and I did have a little bit of a rant. I wouldn't call it a meltdown, but again, it's pretty easy to know how to push my buttons if you want to get bad Ballou, as opposed to, hey, looks like Ballou took an extra happy pill in the parking lot before the show began. And that was yesterday. So I started thinking, outside of penalties, what does Jacksonville need to improve on most with this football team? Okay? And there are two things that, one, I've been on since week one. They have to get better on third down. And that's a surprise to me. They're in the mid-30s. Liam Cohen was 50.7 a year ago, and they just haven't accomplished what they are supposed to so far this year on third down. I think you can make a pretty good argument, to go ahead and support that. The other is the last 2 weeks, and I went back and I looked at it because I remember coming back after Tennessee where they did absolutely everything right except for what? They weren't able to run the football. They had 27 carries for 70 yards, okay, an average of 2.6 during that football game. And I was like, all right, it's a mirage. It's not a big deal. They're winning. They're doing whatever they want. They're staying true to it. They still went to it, 27 times. They were up big in the game. But even though it wasn't working, they still attempted to try to run the football. Well, last week, same deal. 32 totes, 103 yards, an average of 3.2 a game. They were able to win both of these contests, albeit against inferior opponents. What happens when you get Denver? What happens when you play January football? How concerned are you all of a sudden about what appears to be an improving passing offense with less mistakes, less drops? You had two, one from Myers, which is a shock, and one from Tim Patrick. Okay, I think it was the first two drops going all the way back to the Las Vegas game, if memory does serve me correct. The offensive line has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, look at pressures allowed. 3 by Anton on Sunday, 1 by Hainsey, 1 by Macari, 1 by Van Lannon, 0 pressures allowed by starting left guard Ezra Cleveland. So they're doing a really good job when it comes to passing the football and pass protection. What's happened with the rush? You add that up, that's 59 carries in the last 2 weeks for 173 yards. That doesn't even average 3 yards a carry. Is this just a blemish? I mean, remember what it was like when they lost those 2 games and they allowed 76 pressures? Remember what it was like when they themselves could not create any pressure? They found a way to make adjustments. They found a way to substitute better, make a couple of changes, several of which were forced by injury. But they got out of that. Is the same thing going to happen here? Or is this another example of what you're really going to see? That's defensive coordinators who are going to put the extra man in the box, who are going to say, we're not going to let Etienne beat us. We're going to defend the run. Even though he beat him, he had 2 touchdowns on Sunday. You look at his average per, it wasn't anything impressive. Trevor Lawrence, you're going to have to be the guy to end up getting it done. So, anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. I know that John Shipley wrote about the rushing attack a little bit today as well. And he and I thinking along the same lines here. Maybe you think it is third down. As we head to this break, I'll tell you, man, 36.5%. Wow. They're 62 of 170. That's the one graphic. That's the one number outside of penalties that you look at. And it's tough to believe that they're 9-4 on the cusp of being 10-4. So give us an answer to that. Also, your analogy of what it's like for the national media to cover the Jaguars.
Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulls Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
It's the state championship, and the Bulldogs' 12th title is on the line against Cardinal Mooney of Sarasota, Wednesday at 7 on 1010 AM.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
There's a key that opens a very special door. The Jaguars locker room. Go in the locker room with Hayes Carline to get closer to the Jags. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
In Northeast Florida, power outages are unavoidable, but losing comfort, security, and peace of mind doesn't have to be. With a Generac home standby generator from American Electrical Contractors, your power comes back on automatically the moment an outage begins. As Jacksonville's leading and one of the longest-running Generac dealers, American Electrical Contracting has the experience you deserve. Be prepared. Protect your home and family. Protect your business. Generac standby generators from American Electrical Contractors. Call 737-7770 or online at american-electrical.com.
With the holidays right around the corner, and it's time to get ready for family and friends. What better way to do it than with Zero Res? Carpets, air ducts, hardwood, LVP, tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, and stone. Zero Res, they can handle it all. Call right now, 287-5727, or visit ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell them you want the 1010XL special and get 20% off all hard surface cleaning, tile and grout, hardwood, and LVP. Spots are filling up fast, so don't wait. Happy holidays from all of us at Zero Res.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Ready for huge holiday savings? It's the Expert Automotive Giving Garage. This Christmas, they're driven to give back. Bring in any new wrap toy donation and get $50 off any service. That's $50 off repairs, diagnostics, or maintenance just for helping a child. Plus, they're giving you 50% off your oil change. $50 off any service with a toy and 50% off oil changes. The Giving Garage at Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
The best golfing weather of the year is upon us, and Hidden Hills Golf Club welcomes you to play your next round at our beautiful course. We promise you'll enjoy the dramatic elevation changes and our unique Arnold Palmer design. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Getting some good ones that are rolling in. 641-1010 on the text line. Also tonight on YouTube, 1010XL Into the Night. I'm going to mix some college football in with Niall Lawrence Stample. We're not going to make it about Florida State. We're going to make it about the college football playoff. Maybe one or two questions on the Knoll with the firing of Pat Surtain. You know, I mean, it really is. It's just such a shame that you want to laugh. You want to laugh to cover up the crying. And again, I can't get sad about Florida State. I can get mad. Oh boy, I can get really mad, but I cannot get sad. Some of you out there can. We're seeing a lot of analogies that are going the way of, I think I'll just leave it alone and ignore it. I think that's the best way to do it. And I'm sorry for bringing it up and not giving you the punchline, but it's a little too much of a gray area for me. I'm not going to go there, but we are getting some really good ones. I mean, like 50-22, man. I can't read that one. Again, I stack pads. I mean, you call me, I'm Eddie Jacquemin. All right, I'm Rogi Vachon, for crying out loud. I'm Billy Smith. I'm Mike Palmatier. If you don't know who I'm talking about old school goaltenders. Jerry Cheevers, Phil Esposito, Bernie Parent, Patrick Waugh, Tony Esposito, Martin Brodeur, Dominic Hasek. Give me one. Glenn Resch. I know you got a couple of goaltenders that you can tell us about. Nope.
Who's the guy for the Bruins?
Gilbert.
Who's the guy for the Bruins? 2011.
Tim Thomas?
Tim Thomas. That's the only one I know.
And he just quit. That's it. He just walked away. I think he played at the University of Vermont with Martin St. Louis, I believe. I'll have to do some work on that. I'll have to do a Google in order to figure that out. But, yeah, I mean, 50-22, I'm not going to mention that, man. Okay? I mean, it seems like some of you out there are trying to get me cooked. Let's say, hey, you know what? Ballou just asked for this stupid analogy about what is covering the Jaguars like. Let's see if we can cancel them. Again, I'm going to stack pads. You're not going to slide 1 5-hole here with me. And a lot of this on, kissing sisters and kissing grandmas and stuff. I don't think I'm going to touch any of that either. So that's coming up in 20 minutes. Dylan's got 2 tickets for the Jaguars and the Jets. Give us your best analogy on, again, the question for the national media: what is it like to cover the Jaguars? The example I came up with at the top of my head was like spending a weekend with your mother-in-law, okay, or having a non-alcoholic beer. I think the best one was, though, and come on, you people out there, we can all agree upon this. Can you imagine what it's like? And yes, some of you can. Being sat at a restaurant or a bar next to a pack of yuppies. Oh, my God, I can't think of anything worse. Hour number 2 is coming up. He's still in Denmark. I'm Rick Ballou.
It's a snapshot in time.
Unbelievable concentration.
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
And there's the biggest play of the day.
Listen for the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game on 1010XL.
Awaken 180 weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Hacker here for the best weight loss program that I've ever been on. I hear some of my friends telling me about this medication they're on, or that medication they're on, or this shot they're taking. And I stop them and say, well, wait a minute. I lost over 100 pounds doing it the all-natural way with Awaken 180 weight loss. There was no medications. There was no shot once a week. There was the coaching I received from Awaken 180. There's the plan they put me on, and you see the results. Over 100 pounds of weight loss in less than a calendar year. The coaching I got was phenomenal. Not only did it help me lose the weight, it's helping me keep the weight off now that I'm in the maintenance program. Awaken 180 is the best weight loss program I've ever been on, and I tried them all. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com, or call 844-346-1800.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000, and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember, only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 9th, 2004, Tracy McGrady delivered one of the most memorable scoring performances in regular season history, scoring 13 points in the final 35 seconds in a win against the Spurs.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hosting the family holiday dinner can be a beautiful experience until your kitchen sink backs up before you've even served dinner.
Who tried to wash cookie dough down the drain?
We were making cookies for Santa and the reindeer. The reindeer like chocolate chip, too.
Great. Now we need a plumber and a new garbage disposal.
Superior Plumbing and Pipelining is no stranger to holiday plumbing problems. Don't let plumbing problems disrupt your holiday dinner. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining has you covered this holiday season. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick. We're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 14th.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, Dylan, we're about 20 minutes away. You have 2 tickets for Jacksonville and New York coming up on Sunday. We're asking for an analogy. The whiny, crying national media. And there's nothing wrong with whining and crying. I love to do it. It's one of my favorite things to do. But they're complaining about the Jaguars now. So we've asked an analogy. What is it like for the national media to cover the national media? The one that we think is the best, we're going to give you a couple of tickets Sunday for the Jags Jets. Niall Lawrence Stample is here, man. You were in that Florida State letter jacket. I didn't even know that they gave out letter jackets.
Yeah.
I thought that was only a high school only thing. I didn't know that really applied in college. That's cool.
Yeah, when they dropped them, I was like, definitely. It was a really cool moment because I was thinking the same thing. I was kind of surprised when I saw them, but yeah, super cool opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, like back in the 50s and everything, it was big, and you let your girlfriend wear your letter jacket, and you know how times have changed. You know. All right. Let's get right with it. Let's begin with Notre Dame. They get left out. They're not part of a 12-team college football playoff. Duke knocked off Virginia. They go 8-5. They win the ACC. Miami leapfrogs Notre Dame and is part of the 12-team playoff.
It's a crazy situation, and I'm so thrown and I'm so torn as far as what Notre Dame is doing and what they've kind of the example that they've set in college football. It's been tough to see and tough to watch. I'm kind of at a disagreement of a lot of people, but yeah, man, this is what new era college football looks like.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I never thought I would do this because I'm old school, but I constantly am changing with the times. I look at this and I said, good for Notre Dame. They're doing what so many others do now in this sport or in college or that age group in period. I mean, it can be people who work here in town, sons and daughters. You spend 2 weeks somewhere, you don't like what your boss says, you say, Mom, Dad, I'm going to quit. We have taught these young men, these young women, that quitting is acceptable nowadays. It wasn't years ago. And this is another example of it.
This is a perfect example of it. And what sucks is that you have a large group. And again, when it comes to Florida State and a lot of the people wanting and wishing that we would have opted out versus in the Orange Bowl versus Georgia, it's really tough because I understand. And on the surface, there's so many reasons that make sense on why we shouldn't have played that game. But I think the Noel Nation should be very proud the fact that we went down to Miami, played Goliath with players that weren't really ready and stood what it was and stood on business when it came to what actual college football is about, which is grit, which is about, I don't care. One thing Odell always told me was, I don't care where we are. I don't care if we're in a parking lot, under a bridge, or wherever it is. I'm going to take my 22 and I'm coming versus your 22 and we'll see who wins. And that is it. I don't care if I get hit in the mouth or what, but I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to show up.
I don't even remember what my opinion was 2 years ago. I don't know if I even mentioned missing the bowl game. I mean, to me, it was all new. Now, looking back on it, I would take the opposite approach. I wish Florida State did what Notre Dame just did, simply because I've had people ask me almost weekly, did that 63-3 game, did that destroy Florida State to the point where they've won 7 games in the last 2 years? I've always been, no, that had nothing to do with it. Mike Norvell just can't coach. Now I'm wondering, is that legit, that hangover from that game?
The only reason why I can't imagine that being the hangover is because the players that played in that game had to make a decision whether they were going to quit or not. There's never been anywhere that I've ever found that players that actually play and don't quit are going to be the ones that get defeated. You have a certain type of mentality going into a game like that when you see the odds are stacked against you, but yet you still jump in that fire. There's no way for me to conceptualize the fact that us going down there and playing with someone, because Norvell found some of the guys that were going to ride for him that day, right? I don't know if I feel very strongly that has absolutely no merit on what's going on right now. I think that's more of a situation we've already talked about, but I think that there's only positives that can come out of that. Georgia did the same. Georgia was in a very similar situation to Notre Dame. They got kind of snubbed a little bit in a sense, and they went and they played. And then the next year they came in and they won the SEC championship again. So there is a lot to say about you biding. Okay, let's talk about this. You cannot want one thing and not the other. If you don't like players leveraging the portal, leveraging NIL, and using that as leverage and not having loyalty to their program, and then turn around and want and okay with an opt-out, it is basically, you can't have your cake and eat it too, because unfortunately college football has changed. People do not like it, but opting out is something that is perpetuating that change. You can't have one without the other, Rick. You just can't.
I think it would have been handled differently too, as far as the media is concerned. We saw the beginning of the ESPN propaganda about keeping Florida State out. I mean, Joe Tessitore is supposed to give you down and distance, and he wasn't. He was going on and on and on about, oh my God, earlier Texas won today, Bama won. It's third and and then with Reese Davis and Dr. Herbie, I think they would have highly criticized Florida State if they elected not to play in this game. Where with Notre Dame, to me, it's a built-in agenda. You're either a fan of Notre Dame or you're not a fan of Notre Dame, and your mind is made up. With Florida State, it would have been fluid, but I think they would have been crushed.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, and I think there's been a very, very clear picture as far as what people feel, and it sucks because it's very tainted when it comes to Noel Nation, because again, we kind of have that hangover and we have that bias attitude where if we didn't have that issue happen last year, I wonder what they would have kind of thought about that. But I think overall, when it comes to what Notre Dame did, I just can't see the good. People saying that they have kind of showed players that they shouldn't take crap from it. But realistically, what are they really showing them other than it's okay to kind of bow out when the situation doesn't go their way?
Maybe they knew. I'm under the impression, I don't know if you remember, I'm under the impression that Mike Alford and Mike Norvell didn't know that all of a sudden 28 guys were going to opt out. What if at Notre Dame, word had come out, Coach, we're not going to play. You're going to show up for this this game and you're going to have maybe not 28 players, but you could have a dozen, you could have 15 or so who say, I'm not playing in this bowl game. I'm transferring, or I'm going to the NFL, or I'm waiting for next year. What if that was kind of an underlining part of the story?
If that's an underlying part of the story, then Notre Dame is they should be ethically held to a standard that they know college football needs to hear and state that. Yeah. We have had multiple people say they're not going to play in this game, and this is why. Not, hey, unfortunately, we're going to opt out, because college football as a whole is a culture. It's a culture that needs to be pushed. It's a culture that needs to have and reserve on that grit. So if you're talking about that, then Notre Dame was obligated to make sure that everybody understood what that was.
Now, Lawrence Stamble joining us, former Florida State Seminole, won a national title there, also played on the defensive line for the Cleveland Browns. All right, here's one for you, which is amazing. Manny Diaz, who's a Florida State grad, was fired as the head coach of Miami. He wins the ACC at Duke. Duke wins the Atlantic Coast Conference before Miami has won the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Yeah, that's got to be, I don't even know what that looks like. I honestly, there's really no reason for it. It's really hard to figure out how that's not a possibility, especially over the last 2 years. Obviously, Cristobal is his own kind of worst nightmare, but like that is still really surprising. Yeah. Every time I see that stat, I'm just like, that's still crazy that they have not won an ACC championship.
It shows how much we do not know, because when Florida State was in prior, but when Miami left the Big East and joined the ACC, the common thought was you're going to get a Florida State-Miami rematch every single year. You didn't see it once. Still to this day, you have not had it once.
Crazy. It is a hard concept to figure out, and who knows if they'll be able to. And that's crazy that they haven't won one, and now they're in the playoffs. It's honestly, it's a crazy thing.
Yeah. All right. Do you see anything in this college football playoff, either way that really sticks out for you? Do you look at one team? I mean, we saw what happened last year with the buys. These teams got clobbered a week after. It ended up being number 7 against number 8.
Yeah,
playing for the national title. So have you had time to really analyze it and give it much thought?
I haven't had a ton of time to kind of break it down and see what makes the most sense. But regardless, I'm really happy that we're seeing some diversity in the brackets. That's really important. I think we should see diversity. We should see some teams that we typically wouldn't see, and that is what I feel like the college football playoffs was meant to do. So I'm happy we're seeing that. And yeah, I'll be definitely breaking some down to see kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, I holler quite a bit about how it's the same old, and betting wise, I would go that way. I think it's Ohio State, Georgia. I think one of those two teams is going to win a national title. But all of a sudden, you look at Indiana, man. You look at Texas Tech. You look at universities like that. Texas A&M. Could one of those teams that you would not normally consider? I mean, say what you want about A&M. They never finished better than third when Jimbo was there in the West, and they've had a great year. But can you see one of those three teams?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all about attrition. Like, what team can stay the most healthy and not suffer major blows to their depth chart? Like, that is going to be a big part of it. And that's what the college football playoff kind of tests, because you're having, obviously, stacked on these games, you're going to test that, and as well as that mental strength. So I think it's I wouldn't say it's anyone's game, because we're going to find out very quickly that it's not. But I do like that there's some opportunity there.
Yeah, some great first-round games. Miami, Texas A&M is going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun, and Alabama, Oklahoma again. They're going to have to do it for a second time. That's going to be cool. Let's wrap it up with Patrick Surtain. That's the big news out of Tallahassee. There's been a couple of coaching transactions with a few other position coaches leaving as well. But Patrick Surtain, is he the fall guy here now after being let go earlier in the week?
Yeah, man, it's a tough one. It seems like there were some other situations going on behind the scenes from some of the things that I've talked about. But
did he give Norvell the black eye?
Listen,
was it Surtain? Come on, did he wind up and punch him right in the face?
Listen. Listen, regardless, the facts are, unfortunately, our secondary did not do very good this season, but the optics still have to matter. The program looks still have to matter. And it doesn't seem like that is the case when it comes to what's going on, which prompts the situations of other things kind of going on behind the scenes, because you don't get rid of your best recruiter when recruiting is probably your biggest issue. Your biggest issue, and why a lot of people cannot get behind you, is that you cannot recruit. That is very difficult for you to get rid of without some sort of plan. And the fact that we haven't seen any other movement at all, I think is honestly a slap in the face to the fan base. I think it's a slap to the face. So I really don't love the way that he's going about it, or the higher ups are going about it. And we better see some answers or some moves being made. Nick Williams is going to be our new defensive ends coach, so I'm excited about that. I really like that hire. But other than that, it's been rough to watch. I don't like the way they're handling this offseason so far.
Yeah. Congratulations to the women's soccer team at
Big
Florida
time.
State. They won their 5th national title and their 3rd recently. Really impressive. All right, as we let you out of here, you're a business owner in town. What's going on at NLS Cleaning?
We're wrapping up the year, man. We're getting everything situated prior to Christmas, getting some clients' places cleaned up, getting their homes clean, pool decks, whatever it is, getting them ready for them to be able to have people over. But yeah, we do pressure washing, gutter cleaning, window cleaning. Give us a call, 904-708-8802. You can reach out to us on our website at nlscleaning.net. And yeah, especially going into next year, we would love to get your places cleaned up as far as your business or your homes ready to go for the new year.
Niall Lawrence Stample. Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir, Rick.
Always a lot of fun. When we come back, let's pick a winner, Dylan. Let's do it. We're asking for your best analogy on what it's like for the national media to cover the Jaguars. Dylan dug up 2 tickets for you. That is for Sunday's game between the Jaguars and the Jets.
Get hit by the man in the back, Tommy Mack.
I'm bringing you straight to the gridiron to show you what it's like to put on the Jags helmet and pads.
Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Get ready for an unforgettable evening of purpose and community impact at Trinity Christian Academy's 2nd annual gala. Every gift helps students grow in faith, purpose, and impact for generations to come. And you're invited to be part of it. Want to make an even bigger difference? Sponsor a table. Email tlyons@tcajax.org to secure your spot. Tables and tickets are limited, so email tlyons@tcajax.org today. And let's build a legacy together.
If simple shopping sounds like more fun, check out 1010XL's Holiday Gift Guide, packed with great gift ideas from Kuhn Flowers, Sawgrass Marriott Spa, and Brackish Vodka. Start shopping and saving at 1010XL.com.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
The Cardiac Cats wanted to end the half on a strong note and would showcase a barrage of moves the opposition couldn't handle. Trevor Lawrence would lead the squad on a 12-play, 55-yard drive, capped off by a Tim Patrick touchdown, making the score 28-10 with 7 seconds left in the second quarter. The 1-minute drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Need your weekly fix for Mexican street food? One Night Taco Stand has Jacksonville covered. Mondays, any burrito, just $7.99 with a soft drink purchase. On Taco Tuesday, enjoy any taco for just $3.49. And on Wednesdays, kids 12 and under eat for just $2. Perfect for the whole family. Find One Night Taco Stand in Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
If Santa had a pit crew, it'd look a lot like Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Fast, friendly, and they get the job done in 15 minutes while you stay in your car. No appointment needed. Just pull up and let their technicians handle the rest. With convenient locations, a 4.7-star national rating, and ranked #1 quick lube by Forbes, Valvoline delivers service even Santa would trust. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, helping Jacksonville reduce the stress of holiday travel.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This is what it's all about right now. I kind of wish I was clubbing tonight. Divorcee night, right? Daddies get the kids. Wife's looking for husband number 4. He's the one. Oh, romance to Eddie Murphy. You just said you watched something with Eddie Murphy, right? You watched some of his stand-up?
America and the first Beverly Hills Cop.
Ooh, with Nick
Classic.
Nolte. All right, good stuff. A few people getting on me for promoting quitting. and hey, the times are a-changing, okay? I haven't quit anything in my life. You think my father would allow me to quit growing up? Okay, no way. But that is today. Kids quit. We allowed them to quit. And we gave them the greatest example of quitting. Look at my age group. 50% end up in divorce. You quit. Instead of working it out, even if you try to work it out for the kids. Okay, didn't. So we taught them. And now you have to relish in it. And the old school stuff is gone, man. I mean, it's still part of my work ethic and the way that I believe, but my oldest daughter, remember her right out of high school, had a job, quit. Dad, I want to quit. I mean, what are you going to say when you're a divorced dad? You can't quit? I mean, think about it. You see him once a week, maybe twice a week, because divorce laws suck for men, okay? Good men, they do. And how do you discipline? How do you read rights when they're taught this? I feel terrible that that's the way that things have gone. But it's happening, and it's happening big time on college campuses. All right. Let's get to it. We're looking for the best analogy. Dylan's got 2 tickets, Jags, Jets. Let's see if you can find a good one. We got so many here. 30-17 covering the Jags. National Music like Santa Claus calling his elves to fly the sleigh on a Christmas night. 59-46, Ballou covering the Jaguars is like having a chipped tooth. Okay. 78-62, Ballou. Christmas morning, all excited, wake after the tree. Santa has kicked your dog, kissed your mom, and took a number 2 in your stocking. All right. 32-97, like getting assigned to write a book report on one book you didn't read in high school. Do you have any? Can you jump in here with any of these? Right now, I don't see one that I completely love.
There was one I saw. It was like 15 minutes ago. Someone said something along the lines of, it's like going undefeated in the college football playoff, leaving you out.
Oh, we might have to dig that one up.
I saw it, and I'm trying to dig for it again.
Here's your song, 2902. It's like, or 0155. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. 84-46, a perfect day of fishing and no bites. Isn't that still a good time, though, if you got a little pinch between your cheek and gum?
I like this one, too.
Maybe a little doobie, maybe 16, 18 beers. What do you got?
It's like being underage on an all-you-can-drink cruise.
The 0505. You're not going to catch me, man. I'm gonna stack them. I'm going to stack the pads. I just thought one would. We have found. I think we have found it. If you agree.
Okay.
The 0976 says, and I quote, Ballou covering the Jacksonville Jaguars is like seeing Rosie O'Donnell on Jacksonville Beach in a bikini.
That sounds like a winner to me.
Congratulations, 0976. You're getting 2 tickets for Sunday's matchup. The visiting Jets against the Jaguars. Line movement, oh, by the way, it's up to like 12.5 points. So should be a good one. I haven't checked the weather. Hopefully it does its part. Thank you to all. I mean, we got hundreds who got involved in this, and I appreciate the effort, trying to have a little bit of fun at the expense of the national media. That, frankly, is an embarrassment. If you don't know, I read Yahoo. I like Frank Schwab. I think he typically does a nice job, but he just blasted Jacksonville. How do they win these games? Houston's better. Doesn't matter who they play, they're going to lose, in the first round of the play. I mean, so it's a first-year coach. They've totally turned this team around. Where's the that's like, it's unfair and unbalanced. It is. It's like, do your job. Respect what this team is doing. All right? Honor the fact that they're the number 1 rushing defense in the NFL. Respect the fact that they're a takeaway machine. Okay? Outside of the last 2 games, they've been able to run the football effectively. The attrition that they have gone through, beginning with Travis Hunter, all of the injuries, guys that they have used, Tim Patrick, the return of Jarian Jones, Cole Van Lannon. I mean, the list just goes on with Danny Strigow. All right? I mean, who's the they plugged him in a couple of weeks ago. He had 32 snaps on Sunday. Matt Dickerson. 32 snaps. Look at what this team has done. And instead, Jags will never win. How are they winning? They're going to lose in the first. I mean, we all go on rants. A lot of times you will go on a rant. It's because you don't know how to do anything else. And it feels like Jacksonville came up. And instead of analyzing the football team, talking about what they do well and what they need to improve on, he just blasted them. And anyway, I read him, I like him, but he was dead wrong in this instance. Speaking of dead wrong, Brett Yormark of the Big 12 now comes out on Notre Dame, and athletic director Pete Bavacqua in his comments, and I'll quote here, "I don't like it. His behavior has been egregious. It's egregious going after Jim Phillips," end of quote. Screw that. I love the fact that Bavacqua is going after Jim Phillips. These commissioners are untouchable. They're puppets. He's the most uninformed. He is the most uninformed commissioner I have ever seen. I'll never forget his first year. And this came a day after, I'm trying to remember if it was still Greg Sankey who was the SEC commissioner, but it was right after COVID. And he had a full plan for the SEC and what they were going to do and what they were not going to do and how he still needed to talk with some presidents and some athletic directors. But everything was put in motion. Jim Phillips gets up there a day later. How can he not be prepared for a COVID question? The whole world shut down. And he had no idea. Oh, I still got to get... clueless. And ever since then, he's been clueless. He was totally spineless with the Florida State deal. Just go back to Greg Sankey. Look at what he did every interview imaginable. Okay? Every radio, every time. Jim Phillips did squat. He did nothing because he was in a battle with Florida State. Florida State's Board of Trustees blew it. They publicly came out with that, and even the former Seminole quarterback, Drew Weatherford, admitted to the fact that when they made these comments, they never thought FSU would go undefeated. Drew Weatherford said it. So I totally admire what Pete Bavacqua is doing here. He's fighting for his school. Greg Sankey fights for the entire conference, and everyone loves it. Bavacqua is fighting for Notre Dame. Don't you wish that Mike Arnold fought for Florida State? And I've had people complain about Scott Strickland to me. He hadn't been in that situation yet where it involves, a snub of a playoff. But if it was Florida, if Florida was right there, okay, if it was Florida that was left out, wouldn't you expect Scott Strickland to fight and not turn the other cheek? My school turns the other cheek. Mike Arnold is the coward of the county. He's freaking Kenny Rogers, okay? I admire this guy. I admire Notre Dame's AD for going right after the commissioner of the ACC. Absolutely. Frankly, I think Notre Dame deserves to be there. Now, they're at fault because they don't play in a conference. They're at fault because they didn't play that extra game. Well, neither did Miami. Tell you what Jim Phillips ought to do. He got to figure out how to handle the Atlantic Coast Conference Championship game and stop putting Duke against Virginia for the. I don't care if they won more conference games. I don't care if Miami's losses were both in conference. Miami's the best team in the ACC. They should have been playing in the game. Need to make some changes. So I don't get it. And the Big 12, shut up. Handle your own business. Try to go out there and win with Texas Tech. Try to go out there and do a little something. Is that it from the Big 12?
Oh, yeah. One from the Big 12, one from the ACC.
You would think he'd worry about his own stuff. BYU, I just
and they
can't
didn't even, all I saw from BYU was like their Twitter account, and they put graphics up of like the strength of schedule and, the ranked wins. It's like, I can't even tell you what a good win they had all year.
Let's take a break. For those of you who aren't aware, it's 12 at 5. James Madison at Oregon. The winner gets number 4 Tech, who, of course, has a bye. Alabama, number 9, number 8, Oklahoma. The winner gets number 1, Indiana. Tulane, Ole Miss, number 11, Green Wave against the Lane Kiffin-less Mississippi. The winner of that gets Georgia. And then maybe the best game, although I think Oklahoma Alabama is going to be outstanding. But number 10, Miami, number 7, Texas A&M. The winner of that gets number 2, Ohio State.
A great drive takes more than a set of wheels.
Fully loaded, I think is the term.
Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville brings you the drive of the game.
Just one thing. Yeah, don't push any of the buttons on that car.
On 1010XL.
There's no doubt that we were in good hands when our son's shoulder and hip issues were diagnosed quickly by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. No matter what your orthopedic issue is, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take a look. You'll be glad you did.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Ballou here. Small business owners need trucks and vans to keep your business moving. Jacksonville Chrysler and Jeep Dodge Ram Westside has Ram 1500s to heavy-duty 2500s, Pro Masters, and custom upfits. All right, they're ready to work. Visit them on Commonwealth Avenue or go online at jackswest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler, Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local partner for work-ready vehicles.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Hey, is your home ready for the holidays? Hicken here. Spots are filling up fast. Lock in yours today at ZeroResJacksonville.com and get 20% off all hard surface cleaning, tile and grout, hardwood, LVP. Happy holidays from all of us at Zero Res.
Need some extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach is always looking to buy guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and you know it, gold. Get cash today at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Hicken here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people. Hicken here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra and Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about hardballcreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up, and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
44-year-old Phillip Rivers is back, signing with the Indianapolis Colts. They have 4 games remaining, and they are a beaten-up, desperate football team. Only 4 quarterbacks in the history of the game have actually started a game at 44 or older. Tom Brady, Vinny Testaverde, Warren Moon, and Steve DeBerg. There's a good bar bet right there. No one's going to get Steve DeBerg. Tomorrow's a big day for the Jaguars. We'll get the very latest on Parker Washington, the very latest on Walker Little, but with an off day today, they will get back out there and begin to prepare for, what should be, we can say it, a show up and win type of contest, right? I mean, there should be very little fear against taking on the New York Jets. We don't even know who the New York Jets. I mean, both Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields have been beaten up. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Gators and Connecticut. That is at Madison Square Garden. That is coming up tonight at 9 o'clock. All right, we'll have that on 1010. Right now, Connecticut a 4.5-point favorite. And again, that is at Madison Square Garden. So some good stuff here. Who was it? Was it Mr. Know-It-All? Who's the guy who? No, it's Moondark Sid blasting me on YouTube at 1010XL. If you'd like to check that out, it says, it annoys the S-bomb out of me when Ballou tells us native Jags fans what to be pissed about. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, I still haven't earned my stripes. Yeah, I spent 18 years in Boston, but I left. Could have gone to school plenty of places in New England. I went to Florida State, and I came over here in 96. All right, I slid to Chicago for 7 years, the new national radio, and had plenty of opportunities to go other places. I came back here. That's interesting to me. I know we got all these damn Yankees that are moving in from other parts of the country, some coming from California as well. But, I mean, because I was not born here, you're trying to tell me I'm not one of you. I'm going to die here. Does that count for anything? Now, I'm 2 cheeseburgers away from a heart attack. That could happen tonight. Or who knows? I could be around for another 30 years. What do you think, Dylan? Should I embrace this? Should I embrace the I'm pissing everyone off because I'm telling Jaguar fans what they should be angry with, considering I'm not from here?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, you've been with the team since day one.
I'm just kidding.
You didn't move here. You're not one of the damn Yankees that moved down here from COVID. A little different.
Yeah. That's all right. I'm just having a good time with it. It really, your opinion's fine. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that would agree with that. Yeah, heck, when I started under Tom Block, I remember him looking me straight in the face and saying, you'll never be able to do radio down here because you're a Boston accent. I'm like, I don't even have a Boston accent anymore.
No,
it comes out when I drink. Okay, when I'm boozing, and I don't drink on. By the way, tomorrow night we'll be at
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. Come on out and have some cocktails with us. Did you get the 0976? Did you make communication?
Yes.
With the winner of our tickets for Sunday for the Jaguars Jets?
Yes, Mr. Robert.
Yeah. Good stuff. Congratulations, Robert. Obviously, a long-time listener. I can't even remember the last time I mentioned Rosie O'Donnell. Some people got offended by that. I mean, people get offended by everything nowadays. So I said, you know what? I'll just limit the Rosie O'Donnell takes. I can't remember the last time I mentioned her name, but Robert did, and he gets it. By the way, I'm totally kidding about the Yankee, damn Yankee meet. Trust me, it's. I'm just having a good time with it. I could have very easily ignored that message. I've got a ton of Dylan and I got a ton of messages. I'm just trying to have a good time with it. Of course, I'm born in Boston. I can't change that. Nor would I like to. It was tough growing up there, but I don't even know how to express how different it is, how much better it is here. You have no clue. Quick, can you tell me what the weather is right now in Boston?
Boston right now?
Can you tell me? And
1 second.
And that has, let me tell you something. Bad weather has an effect on human beings.
25.
25 degrees.
Today was a high of 30, low of 12.
25 degrees. And you know what it's like practicing outside for football in this weather?
Miserable.
Okay. And then you go to hockey practice. And then after hockey, it's baseball. And you're taking ground balls on the school grounds parking lot because there's snow on the baseball fields. I mean, look around here. The last couple of course, I've been kidding that it's been 82 and sunny because the Jaguars won. But it's been, what, 60, 62? I went out to Holy Balls today. We're going to be bringing them on the air real soon. They're going to be a huge operation as far as pickleball that's coming in. And I got my buddy Darcy. He's like, what the heck are you wearing shorts for? I had a sweatshirt on, but I'm like, man, this is Florida. I'm gonna wear shorts. But you people don't know how good you got it, okay? Because I'm a quality of life guy, and this is so much better than where I was born and raised in Boston. It's not even comparable.
No, I went to the game Sunday with a couple of buddies. It rained. You know, it wasn't too bad. I asked my buddies. I said, would you rather be freezing cold, or would you rather go to a game like the Jags game Sunday? And it rained, and it'd be, you know, mid-50s, low 60s. I said rain and low 60s every time. I hate being cold.
I'll take the heat over the cold every single time. And I understand around here sometimes it gets hot. It gets brutal. I gotcha. But I'd take that any day over the cold. No doubt about it as far as I'm concerned.
Mike Dempsey here, and it's commercial truck season at Duval Ford. Right now, your business can drive off with serious savings. Thanks to Section 179 of the IRS tax code, you can immediately deduct the full purchase price of qualifying new or pre-owned work trucks and equipment this year, instead of depreciating it over time. Upgrade your fleet, lower your tax bill, and get to work fast. Visit DuvalFord.com to explore inventory or stop by 1616 Cassett Avenue today for big number 1 Duval Ford.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Morgan Conley Roofing isn't just repairing roofs. He's building a legacy for generations to come. Born here, built here, staying here. MorganConleyRoofing.org. License number CCC 1333544.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,800 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design get us organized for the holidays. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and so much more. Closets by Design will design a custom storage solution for all of your spaces. Nothing says happy holidays like a home that is peaceful and clutter-free. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before year-end and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Reclaim a pain-free life with Rebound Rehab. If you've been injured or simply feeling the effects of an active life, you can rely on Rebound Rehabilitation to get you back in the game. Sitting on the sidelines isn't any fun. Trust Rebound Rehab's team of trained physical therapists to get you back up to speed and feeling full again. Now more convenient than ever. 11 locations to serve you, including new offices in Riverside across from St. Vincent's, Point Meadows, and Middleburg. Just log on to reboundrehab.com to see all they've got to offer.
Time's running out. The $2,000 federal tax credit on AC replacement expires December 31st. Bold City AC will help you upgrade to a qualifying energy-efficient system and give you a $1,000 cash buyback for your old unit. If your AC is old, loud, barely hanging on, replace it this month to lock in a $2,000 tax credit and an additional $1,000 buyback. Bold City Heating and Air. Free estimates, next day installs. Visit boldcityac.com.
Yo, you already know it's your main man ET, and no one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails, served over ice balls, local craft beers, and handcrafted whiskey cocktails. Rounded out with adventurous drink menus, second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree drafts. Check them out now on Atlantic and Kernan. Twin Peaks, eat, drink, scenic views. Come on, somebody.
La playa
is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Duval Fence is looking for the best in fence installers. Check out DuvalFence.com right now and fence in a great job opportunity. From estimates to installers, they're looking for you right now. Log on to DuvalFence.com for all the details. Equal opportunity employer.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Awards reserved.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
To see what I'm going to watch tonight, I'll keep an eye on that Florida-Connecticut game. I wanted to watch the Bruins. They play in St. Louis. They're going to drop the puck in 11 minutes. So that'll be pretty cool. I'll watch that as well. Tomorrow night, Twin Peaks. You can see all the games there. Plenty of televisions surround the restaurant. We'll be out there 6 to 8. That'll be the deal on Wednesday night. They're going to have drink specials for you, draft beers, wine. They usually have a $10 Philly cheesesteak, which I've yet to try. I need one. At least I believe I need one. That'll be tomorrow night. It's our final show of the year at Twin Peaks. That'll be tomorrow from 6 to 8.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Hacker Nation is here. It's Hacker After Dark. You got the hat on tonight. It's cold outside.
It's cold outside. I walked in. It was like 45, 50 degrees.
You and I are still the only two people around here who wear shorts.
Well, we are. I figure if we're going to be inside, but I'm going to go with the ski cap because they can get a little chilly in here. Although I don't feel as bad. I called my mother-in-law this morning up in the Maine, New Hampshire border area. Negative 13.
Really?
So, negative 13, yeah.
It's brutal.
I just can't imagine. They don't understand how we live in 90-degree weather 8 months out of the year.
Right.
I don't fathom how you can live in negative 13-degree weather one day out of the year.
As bad as the humidity is, I'll take that any day over being freezing cold.
Oh.
And cold is one thing, but it's when the wind really whistles. It's brutal.
I can't imagine it. Every time I go visit up there, everybody's got the snow plows and all this stuff. And hey, to each his own, man. If you like it, that's your thing. I've been in Florida my entire life. I'm pretty content here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, so Phillip Rivers is returning to the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're Chris Ballard, the GM, if you're Shane Steichen, the head coach, I mean, what other options did you have? You two first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. You went all in this year thinking you could win a Super Bowl, and that was just a disaster here in Jacksonville. Just a little over 48 hours ago. To me, it's a panic move, obviously. I can't believe Phillip Rivers wants to do it. It's going to set his Hall of Fame candidacy back 5 years.
Which is weird.
Which is crazy to think about. I mean, are they really going to put him out there on Sunday against the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle?
He's been running that high school offense as a coach. He's been running the Colts offense during his high school coaching.
And he's been with Shane Steichen in the past, but of all places, after 5 years, you're going to go play up in Seattle at a huge game for the Seahawks at that. I don't know, man. If Riley Leonard, if there's any way he can go, I would certainly do that. Or even Brett Rippon. I can't imagine putting Phillip Rivers out there, but it appears that might happen.
All right, so tomorrow will be a big day to get the very latest with the Jaguars as they get back to work against the Jets. That includes health to Walker Little and Parker Washington. What do you got coming up tonight?
Yeah, we'll do a little Jaguar X's and O's with the coach Mark Duffner tonight. Travis Holmes of Big Cat Country will join us as well. And I know you had Jaguar Jet tickets to give away. We also have Jaguar Jet tickets to give away, and we'll do that here in the 8 o'clock hour.
Have a fun show.
Thanks, Rick.
There he goes. That is Hacker Nation, and he is coming up right now here on 92.5 FM. Remember, no matter where you are, you can always pick up the 92.5 FM app. Just download it, and you can be in New Hampshire or Maine or Boston or anywhere else and get us all the time. It's crystal clear. Just go to 92.5 FM, the app. Thank you to Niall Lawrence Stample. Thank you to Dylan Denmark. Remember, tomorrow night we'll be out of Twin Peaks, 6 until 8 o'clock. We'll have everything that is fresh from the Jaguars press conferences, and that'll include the latest as far as health. We'll talk with you then tomorrow night at 6. My name is Rick Ballou. Have a great night.